What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Lockdown 23-1. It is a beautiful Friday over here in Virginia Beach. It's supposed to be in the 90s, and all I can think about is cracking out that surfboard. I can't wait. Let the water temperature rise a little more, and I'm getting that GoPro on the board. We're going to have some fun. Now, before I get into talking about how to deal with crazy people in the state penitentiary, jail, or the streets, let me just say a few things about the video that I did yesterday with rapper Mike. I see a lot of people enjoyed it, actually, and I kind of knew that you would. Now, this guy might seem really insane, man. He might sound like something that you would absolutely never talk to on the streets, but I'm here to tell you a lot of people really do believe in the stuff that he speaks about. And believe it or not, this man is very, very intelligent. You might not see it, but I promise you, he is. So yeah, I'm going to be bringing that guy onto the channel a little more frequently, as well as my homeboy Griswold, man. Look, Griswold, I did a tattoo video, tattooing him, and he tells some stories. He was riding around the car with me. Go check it out. I think it's called Tattooing the Big Homie Griswold. Now let me just say a couple things about Griswold, man. If you are watching this, bro, I salute to you, because he is still out the penitentiary. Look, every time I call this guy, I say, first things I say to him, man, what's up? And he goes, what's up? And I say, you on the run yet? Because this guy, man, you know, he's in and out of jail and prison more than I ever was, you know. And I worry about him, but, you know, sometimes you can't teach someone to stay out of prison. Either they're going to choose to do it on their own or they're not. Same way with drugs. You got to want it. And I'm really proud of him, man. He's doing good. He's actually working security for the Eminem tour. He's going to Tennessee and a few other states working security. And I need to talk to him about getting up in there when they go to Tennessee. I got family all out in Tennessee. Might as well watch a concert and kick it with my homeboy, you know what I mean? But he's going to be coming on the show a little more frequently as well. He has so much to give to this channel, man. And I really hope he makes his own YouTube channel, to be honest. You know, I'm not that kind of YouTuber that's going to worry about the next guy coming up. You know what I mean? Like I said from the beginning, I got a full-time job. I got a career before I even started YouTube, you know? If all this YouTube stuff were to collapse out from under me, I would be so sad, man. You know? It would take a chunk out of me, but at the same time, I would be perfectly fine. Anyway, so with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the topic of the day, how to deal with insane people, crazy people in prison, jail, or the streets, okay? Now, there's two types of crazy people. Some that are dangerous, and some that are harmless. The majority of crazy guys, man, they're not dangerous. They really aren't. All they want is someone to talk to and tell what's on their mind, you know? Get rid of everything that's going on in their mind. And guess what? I was the perfect person to do that with in jail or prison. I love coming up to... If someone in prison is talking to themselves on the regular, I'm rolling up on them. Yo, what's up, bruh? You know, tell me your story. Let me hear it. Because their story makes me escape the penitentiary. And that's why I was a cellmate of Mike for so long, because he had so much stuff to talk about and it would make me escape reality, you know, if that makes sense to y'all in any kind of way. But there's also crazy people that once you talk to him for a couple minutes, you realize he is absolutely Satan reincarnated. You know, that type of craziness you definitely got to stay away from. They're very dangerous. And usually they're not in the block because they become hostile within a few hours with anyone and everyone. But the majority of people that I met in jail, prison, or streets that were crazy, man, they just have awesome stories. Even though they're out of this world, they are perfectly harmless. And they're actually good people deep down inside. You know, a lot of people can't help what goes on in their mind. The mind is a very dangerous thing, man. Even me. Okay, I look sane, but deep down I might be a little insane the way I think about things, okay? The mind, man, the brain is so intense that I don't think anybody really, truly understands it. And what's absolutely crazy about it is we only use, what, 10% of our brain? Just imagine if this whole thing was unlocked. You know, that's where my dog's name came from, the movie Lucy. Have y'all ever seen that, where Scarlett Johansson opens up, takes some kind of pills or something, and opens up her whole mind? I love that movie. Even though it's a little far-fetched towards the end, I do love it, man. And that's why I named my dog Lucy. I like the name, and I love the movie. So yeah, man, you know, if I'm walking down the street at the ocean front, and I just walked out a bar or a club or something, and I'm feeling a little tipsy, and I see someone on the boardwalk wearing something like this, okay? And he's looking around, looking crazy. This is my virtual reality headset, but I'm just saying, if I were to come out of the club and see someone come up to me like this, yo, what's up, dog? You got $1? Man, I'm gonna give him $20 and I'm gonna kick it with them for the next 2 hours. HBO ain't got nothing on these guys when it comes to entertainment, you know what I mean? As a matter of fact, yesterday, I was pumping gas at a gas station, and it was at a gas station in South Norfolk. And South Norfolk, they got a bunch of crazy people out there, believe it or not. A lot of homeless, alcoholics, crackheads. It's the hood, you know what I mean? And this guy came up to me, he was actually a younger guy, and he came up to me, he said, "Hey, sir." And I'm like, oh, God, sir? Don't call me sir, man. You're not that much younger than me. But he was being polite, and he said, do you think you could give me some money to get up in the hotel? And this, that, and the third, And I told him, I said, look, man, I ain't got no cash on me. All I got is plastic. I was like, you hungry, though? And he's like, yeah. So I went to the gas station and bought him a barbecue sandwich. This place just happened to have barbecue. So I went ahead and bought me one, too, because it reminded me of this gas station by my house when I was younger. I used to go over there and get a deuce of Heineken or Bud Light and a barbecue sandwich every time. In the hood, man, them gas stations got everything. Everything. Barbecue, hot wings, crazy stuff, man. They lock up the alcohol, though. I'll never forget the first gas station I went to in the hood. I was like, man, where's all the alcohol? I looked behind the register, it was all locked up. I was like, dang, man, it's crazy. So yeah, man, crazy people, they don't scare me, There's something about them that draws me into conversation with them, and I just can't seem to stop wondering what's going on with them, In jail and prison, look, I bidded off of people. Bidding is choosing to kill time in jail or prison in a certain way, Playing cards, I'm bidding off of playing cards. I'm bidding off of drawing. People bid different ways, kill time different ways, okay? Mine was poker and dealing with people. I'm a huge people's person, man. I like to interact with new people. A new person come in the block, I would talk to them immediately, Give them a couple hours, maybe a day to get situated, and then I'll run up on them and be like, yo, what's up? Tell me your story, And there's so many stories out there. I don't care what color you are, black, white, pink, whatever. I'm rolling up on you, I'm going to find out the drill. Out of all the years I was locked up, there was one main tactic that I did to pass time much easier, and that was, let's say I'm in a block for 7 months. I will literally check out the block. I will make up some kind of bullcrap, anything. I'll tell the lieutenant when he walks around for rounds, or the sergeant, I'll be like, look, I'm not locking down until you get me out this cell block. I'm having problems with someone. But I'm not having no problems with anyone. I just want to get somewhere new and talk to them people. Meet new people. I would have to make up lies and say that gangs are going to attack me just to get out the block and go to a different block that has more money in it. Some blocks, they don't have no money. No one buys canteen. I'm not trying to be in there. That means there ain't no gambling going on. Everybody's depressed. Get me out of there. Take me somewhere where people have a little more money, or there's more interesting people in there. And that's how I did time a lot. By interacting with tons of different people, man, and hearing their stories. And, I would tell a bunch of stories that other people have told me, but I feel like that's just not too authentic, I only like to tell stories that I've strictly been through. Like here, I'll tell you one really quick. Just a quick story of my homeboy named Buddy Love, man. I'll never forget this guy. He was from P-Town, and he was locked up for stealing copper. It was all over the news, and he was stealing copper. He would act like a repair guy and go to either abandoned houses and stuff in P-Town that no one was living in, go under the house. The older houses, they're filled with copper from the pipes and stuff, and he would take copper. Well, this certain occasion, and he got 20 years for stealing copper. Can you believe that? Now, this certain occasion, and this is all true. This is absolutely true, even though it didn't happen to me. This is all 100% true. This guy was going to, I think it was Portsmouth Middle School in Portsmouth, and it was abandoned. It was being torn down, and it had a lot of copper in it, and he was taking all the copper out of the school. Well, he happened to be on the roof taking some copper from something, and the cops show up. It was nighttime, it was late at night, And the cops, he can see the cops coming from a distance. So him and all of his friends start running. Well, Buddy Love was the only one that ran. When he ran, he couldn't really see the ground. He ran so fast, he ran right off the roof of the middle school. Broke his back. Can you believe that? I mean, he's able to walk, but his back is really messed up. And when he told me that story, I was like, dang, man. You know? Can you imagine just running on the roof and then all of a sudden there ain't nothing there and you land, and he said he landed completely like flat on his butt, okay? So let's say you go to sit down on the ground on your butt and you put your legs completely out. That's how he said he landed. So when he landed, broke his tailbone, back, and everything. That's absolutely insane. So yeah, I got tons of stories like that about other people and what they told me. True stuff. If you ever want to hear stuff like that, let me know, man. You know, maybe expand the story time a little more. But crazy people in prison and jail, they're the best entertainment. Of course, there's a percentage of people that are just so insane that you do not even want to get around. You know what I mean? But those guys typically go to segregation or the hole or the mental block within, you know, a month or two being locked up, and everyone realizes this guy's just not supposed to be locked up here. He needs to be in an insane asylum. Mark my words, man. The majority of them, they just got great stories and they just want to talk. You know? Get stuff off of their mind. Never judge a book by its cover, man. Just because he ain't like you doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? Don't be small-minded in this huge world. Open up a little bit. Break your barriers that you got in your world, okay? Keyword, your world. It ain't your world, okay? It's your life, but the world is huge. The world does not revolve around yourself. And that's something that I had to realize only by going to the penitentiary, man. Crazy people are good people as well. Until the next time, man, I love every last one of you. Oh, let me show you something. So, you know, I got Patreon, of course, and I got this tier called OG Subscribers. And let me just give you a little idea of what I be sending to them. The OG Subscribers is like for collectors, people that like to get crazy stuff, and I just so happen to be next to one of the most craziest collector places I've ever seen at this antique mall. Check it out. Got like alien stuff that I send them, all the alien fans and predators. I send them all my merch too. Once a month, I send them, like this last package I just sent to my OG subscribers. I sent them my Chef Death apron and some decals and stuff, and they're going to be getting that any day. So yeah, like stuff like that, you know. Little stuff, and that could be worth money later on down the road. Because if you can't tell, these things look like they're made in the 80s, you know what I mean? So yeah, and check these out. You know, stuff like this, I can get it for really cheap. And I send it to them, but it's stuff that you can't find everywhere, you know what I mean? Like, look at that. You can't really see because of the light. That's the Queen Alien from Aliens, you know? Framed and everything. It's something great that looks great into your man cave and stuff, you know? The Predator. Look at that. And I told everyone on my live stream the other day, look, if there's any artists out there that want to try to get some free merchandise from me, look, send me your best Predator or Alien drawings, okay? I will frame it up and I will put it in the man cave, and I'll also send you a couple pieces of merch. So any artists out there that got some free time, send it my way. The link to the Patreon is in the description of this video, as well as the P.O. Box. Okay, I got a P.O. Box. Send me those drawings, you know, and let me know that you sent them. So yeah, that's how I, you know, try to interact with my audience and give back to them, you know. You scratch my back, I scratch your back type situation, man. I don't just want my back scratched. I've never been that type of person. I always like to give back when someone gives to me. Anyways, I hope you all have a safe Friday night. Don't forget, don't be drinking and driving, because once you get that DUI, man, I'm telling you, you never want to get it again. I've had it once, and it was hell on earth, man. Wear your seatbelts, no drinking and driving. Don't ride dirty, man. Do not. Just when you think you won't never get pulled over, that's exactly when you will. Until the next time, man, y'all be easy out there.